Hello, welcome to the stream. Today I'm going to be showcasing a game that I made in the last few days and talk about NFT sensor. So if you want an experience to be interactable with your NFTs that the user has in their wallet, I'll show you how to gate an experience and also activate certain teleports or things within the game to the players that hold your NFT. And also we'll just check around the settings and see how it all reacts. I haven't used it before properly, so we'll go through that together and see how it all works out. And yeah, let's go ahead and check out the NFT sensor. So at the moment I got a game that I made open. We're just going to put down a numpad here. And we're going to add a component, and it's called NFT sensor. We'll go ahead and add that down so we can see the settings. We'll just remove collisions and visibility on that asset. Cool. Now this is our NFT sensor. As you can see, we need a message to start. And when the message is received, it will check the NFT is on the account of the player. You can see we could do multiple messages for that, so it doesn't have to be one. Next we have the NFT token IDs. So this is to check the asset itself. So if we click that, you can see it's now requiring a URL. Let's go ahead and bring another window across so I can show you in more detail. Oh, by the way, in case you haven't seen or heard, we have a new experiences tab. Experiences. There we go, I can say it properly. Experiences tab on the left. And as you can see, it brings up a whole bunch of games that are featured or top rated or even new ones. And that gives you an opportunity to see some games to play at first glance. So do check out this page. It's highly recommended, and it is scrollable. And yeah, check out all our awesome games that you can play at this stage in Sandbox. Next, we're going to go to workspaces. Actually, I think it's inventory. Let's check out inventory. Cool. Now here's a whole bunch of assets we have in my wallet. We got alpha passes, we got Wizzy, we got weapons, you know, we got all sorts of things here, right? We can choose any of these to be like an NFT gate or an NFT sensor. So all you need to do is, oh, we got the alpha sword. Let's click on that. When you click on the asset itself, we'll try again, didn't register. It's still loading. You can see at the top, we have the alpha sword in the address bar, and then we have an ID next to it. I don't think we use that though. If we go down to about, you can see we have token ID. So let's go back to our NFT sensor, and it's looking for token ID. So what we need to do here is copy this. There's a little box at the end here. You just click that and it automatically copies it to your clipboard. And then we just bring it into here and paste it. And click validate. You can see it doesn't work. So for some reason that token ID is not the one that we use. What if we just copy this whole thing? And then click validate. There we go. So all we need to do is just copy the URL in the top of the asset and bring it in here. And you can see it's now got our weapon, and we can go ahead and click continue. And it's put it in there automatically as a token ID. Cool. Next setting we have is and or an or. So we can choose an NFT or two, And we can have something from a collection or from a collection. Give me 1 second, sorry. I got a cold, so my apologies. And when we click or, it will either look for this asset or one from a collection. Or if you just have and, it will look for this asset and that asset. And you need both to enter. You can also just have the single NFT. So I'm just going to have just the sword. And when a message is successful, it will send a message. And when the NFT is not successful, it will send a failure message. Now we'll go ahead and just move this across. We'll put a message to trigger it. So let's just say NFT sensor. Very original, I know. I'll go ahead and click that. Sorry, 1 moment, please. Okay, so we've got NFT sensor, and we can send this by any means that sends out a message. So that might be a volume trigger, that could be a speaker, it could be from a message broadcaster, it could possibly even come from an asker or even a rules system. I haven't tested out the rules system, that's something we can check out later. We'll go ahead and add a volume. And the volume will just detect the avatar and send a message when they're inside the avatar. So we can have something that's 3 wide so the avatar can't walk past it. And it will send a message NFT sensor when it walks into it to trigger the NFT sensor component. And then it's going to look for the sword. And if we got the sword, it will say success. So let me go ahead and put up a wall. Sorry, my nose is running again, so be right back. It's not a pleasant one, this one. Alright, so we'll get the wall, and we'll duplicate it. And we have a wall now that blocks the entrance. If we could set up something like a plant behavior. I haven't done it before, but let's check it out. And we'll call it a message success. Now, if this is successful and we have it, then that should kill the wall. So let's try and see if that actually happens. So we'll go ahead and walk to the wall, and you can see we got the NFT and it let us through. Cool. Let's use an NFT in the sensor that we don't own. So let's open up our marketplace here on the website. And we're going to pick just a random one that we don't own. Let's just do this tree. We'll go ahead and copy that into our NFT sensor. And we'll click validate. And now it's looking for that tree. Cool. Now let's see if it will destroy that wall now. And now you can see that it's scanned to say, oi, this content is exclusive access and you need this palm tree to enter. So we can close, or we can buy now. So if we click buy now, you can see it's taken us to the page where we can go ahead and buy the asset. And once we buy the asset, it will deposit into our wallet, and then it will open up the content for the person who is trying to get through. So this is really good for all sorts of things. So you can have a big concert, and you can have a VIP booth somewhere up in the high end, and you can access that NFT booth. Yeah, you can call it an NFT booth. One moment again. I don't know if I can get through a whole stream like this, but we'll try anyway. So you can see now that I've blocked the game off to people that need to have this palm tree to enter. Another thing you can do is teleportation. So you don't have to just kill a wall, because if you kill this wall, that means that everybody else that doesn't have the NFT in their wallet will be able to pass when that wall is destroyed. It destroys for everybody, because it is a multiplayer game. But if you just want a person to get in, for instance, so we can say let's go back to our sword. Which is here. Copy that link and paste that in. And the message is success. So we can go ahead and get rid of the plant so it does not work. We'll duplicate this numpad here. We'll get rid of the NFT sensor and volume, and we'll just add the teleportation. We can put the message success or whatever you want. Just make sure you change it on the NFT sensor, and then say, whoops, spelled that all wrong. TP here. So TP here, and we'll go ahead and do that. And now what should happen is it will scan for our sword. And it might teleport us, or it might not. There it goes. It does. So now we have been teleported into the lobby here because we have the NFT. No one else will be able to enter because the walls are still up, and they'll be stuck up there. So that is a useful way to use NFT sensor for your experience. And a good thing about this too is you can sell all sorts of different NFTs to gate your experience in unique ways. So one example I did mention is an obvious one where you have concerts and VIP areas. Another thing you can do is like a big hotel room, and hotel rooms have their own individual keys. So you can mint a key for each room, which will have their own token ID, and allow the players to enter their own room using the NFT, and no one else will be able to enter that room without owning that NFT. So you can essentially have like a hotel room with VIP exclusive areas that belong to certain people that hold that NFT key. So you can do things like decorate this room. You can customize it. An NFT holder can request that you update it to look like this, or add this paint in, or that sort of thing, and you can have some sort of like community doing that sort of thing, which would be cool. You can make collectibles for particular NFT holders. So you can have NFT sensor, and when it's successful, you can spawn that message at an asset spawner and bring out particular gear for the person that holds the NFT. So that way they'll be holding swords or armor that you can't normally have unless you hold this NFT. You can do sets of NFTs that way as well. So, and it can alter players' stats in the game. There's other things you can do as well. So you can have players playing in the game, and then you can have like an area that's got buttons on the side that only NFT holders can get to. And you can have buttons there that interact or interrupt the game players as a more of an interaction and a side thing that you can do with NFTs. You can have multiple paths in a race, and some things you can go through or open or teleport. If you have the NFT, it senses that NFT as you run past a trigger, and if it's true, it will open up a door for you, or it will teleport you over a bridge or something of that sort, giving players a little bit of a shortcut or access to things that they don't normally have using an NFT in their wallet. So as you can see, the NFT sensor is quite powerful. We are still discovering ways to use it and implement it into experiences in gaming. So I'm hoping that you guys will play around with this a little bit more and discover unique ways to use gameplay mixed with NFTs in people's wallets to access certain areas of a map, and that way you can boost sales for your NFTs because it interacts with your games. You can even have save points. So if your experience is a long one and someone gets to a particular point in the experience, you can have a save point, for instance. So let's just say if you stand over here, it will send a message save point to an asker or to a yeah, let's do it. I'll remove this wall and we'll do this example. So we've got NFT sensor, it's looking for success. We can go ahead and bring this over here. I'll color the floor a bit different so we can see where this invisible block is, and then we can have save point 1, and then we have here save point 1, and then you can mention here you can load up your progress next time you play by purchasing this NFT and loading it when loading it up next time you play. And then we can say NFT sensor as a message sent, and then we say buy NFT. So now when the player runs over to the black square, you can see it says you can load up your gameplay by having an NFT in your wallet, buy NFT. It's going to check the NFT sensor. But see, it teleported me because I have the NFT. So that is one thing you can do. Another thing to do is you don't have to do teleport. You can send messages to the rule system to put variables into the rules. So if you have things like increased health or increased stats or more gold for a game, holding that NFT when it's successful can load up statistics into the rule system using message broadcasters. But if I don't have the NFT, going back to the palm tree, and then I click buy NFT, you'll see the same message as before, which gives the opportunity for a player to buy an NFT now. And once they own that NFT, you can see it teleported me somewhere, or you can send a message to the rule system to increase my talent points or whatever the mechanics of your game is. So that's one way to do it. 1 second again. All right. So what we can do next is check out NFT gating. NFT gating is making a whole experience not accessible unless you own that NFT. So let's go to an experience that I own. All right, I got a few drafts, but I've launched a game called Hue Hustle. You don't need an NFT to enter this one. It's something I made over the weekend. But you can go to your experience page. This is where you launch your experiences onto land. And what you can do is you got access restrictions here at the bottom. You click that and click manage here on the right. Now we want to tick this box on to say yes, we want to set NFT requirement. And it's exactly like the NFT sensor inside of the game maker that we just seen. It requires a token ID. So you can go ahead and put whatever we had before, which is the palm tree. But it says it's red, so maybe this token ID doesn't work, or we just don't need the link. Maybe it's something that I don't own, so it doesn't let me. So let me go ahead and go back to my inventory. I want 2 tabs open. We'll go click the sword, and we'll also go back to the experiences and bring up that page again. So we go back to our Hue Hustle, access restrictions, manage, and we'll tick this button up here. Alright, so if we go ahead and put this link into this area, it says that we can't really save changes. It's saying that it's red. So if I delete all of that, you can see again that I can't save that. But if I go down to my sword and click about, and then click this token ID, and then paste it here, it's now successful. So there are 2 different IDs you need to be wary of. Inside the game maker, you need to put the URL of the asset as the token ID. But for the experience gating, you need to put the token ID that's under the about section of the asset that you want to use to gate your experience. So if I go ahead and click Save Changes, that's it. So now when I go back, players won't be able to load this experience unless they own that alpha sword in their wallet. So this allows you to have exclusive experiences that can't even be loaded unless they hold your NFT. And this can be like things like passes or tickets, or all sorts of things, right? So this is one way to also use your NFTs as a monetization for your experience. I'll go ahead and remove that because I don't want to NFT gate my experience, but it's good for clubs. If you have a club or a group or an alpha group, that sort of thing, you may want to access, put access restrictions. So yes, these are a couple of ways to use the NFT sensor and where to get the information you need to fill in the right fields to get the results that you need. So you got the token ID here for NFT gating the whole experience, and you got your URL up on the top for making gating inside of the experience. And you can change the message from success and failure to whatever you want. And you can have something else that pops up if they don't have it as like an asker, I'm guessing. So let me just check. Let's see if this works. We're going to do NFT sensor. We're going to do it by volume again. And we'll see if it opens up the asker. Well, it's still saying that I need the palm tree, which is not what we want. We want to do the sword. And it didn't open up the asker. It popped up with its own message. And it teleported me because it's successful. Because I actually own the sword. Cool, cool. Maybe a button can be pushed if you own the NFT. So another thing you can do here is have a button, and this button here can be anything that sends out a message. Let me go ahead and do it as a multiplayer, and we'll have a toggle. And we'll set it to false. And if we actually have the NFT, we can say trigger button, and it will go ahead and turn this on with trigger button. And then we can send a message using interact. So the player needs to press E, and then we can send it to all or to the rule system to add one, or whatever the case may be. So if you want something that can be adjusted in the rule system, or something that a player can only push and interact with if they hold an NFT, this is another way to do it with toggle, sending out the message to activate that button. Hope that makes sense. But that's pretty much it with the NFT sensor. Quite a short explanation, showing you a few examples of what to do with it. I can probably put a use case to it and show you an example of that, but it's something that will take me a while to plan and show a good example of it. But I thought I'll just go through those settings and show you the basics on adding the NFT sensor, NFT gating, how it interacts with the environment, and what it looks like when you don't have the NFT. So it's a way to ask the player, do they want to purchase an NFT from the experience? And there's a link to your shop. So that's it's a useful feature, that's for sure. But yeah, this is a game that I've been developing, and I could probably add NFT sensor features to it. So that's something I will probably do next stream when I'm feeling a bit better. And I'll show you how NFT gating and experience adds more player variety, because a game can be played without anybody having an NFT in their wallet and having access to other things. But when they do have it, it could make the game a bit more interesting, a lot more fun, and it might be a role inside the game that's additional to your normal game, which gives more flavor to your experience. But yeah, this game requires at least 2 players to play, and it's a 4-player game. There's no bugs in this one, so it works really well. It's on the gallery page if you do want to check it out. If you want to play now, I will hop on and we can have a couple of games before I head off, and I'll give away some NFTs to the winners that are in my match. So we'll give away a big wheel asset. So let me show you the big wheel. So this is the big wheel. I did a stream where I rigged it up to the rule system and does a random result. So I've got 100 of these to give away. So we'll have a few games of Hugh Hustle, and a couple of winners there will get this NFT sent to their wallet. So you can find it here on our new experiences page on our website. So just click experiences on the left to load up this awesome page. If you scroll at the bottom, we've got new experiences. You have to scroll to the right and you'll see Hugh Hustle, which looks like this. And we'll have a few matches to anyone that wants to join and give away some NFTs. So today I hope you learned something about NFT sensor and can incorporate it into your own experiences and games, as I believe it adds extra depth and another way to monetize your experience. Hey, OG Shakespeare, thanks for the raid. Tom Voxel, how's it going? So we're loading up, we're going to give away some NFTs. We're going to give away the Big Wheel NFT to a couple of winners who can load up Hue Hustle in the experiences page. So we have this awesome experiences page on the website. Scroll to the bottom to new experiences, or you can search it in the bar and look for Hue Hustle. Anyone in my instance that plays, I'll throw some Big Wheel NFTs to some winners of some matches. So let's go, let's play and see if it works. I'm loading it up now. It's a very easy game to get a grasp of. You just basically flip over the tiles that you walk on to your color, and if you walk over the enemy's colors, it turns to your color. And the whole idea is to have as many tiles at the end of the timer in your color than other colors. And what I'll do is whoever has the highest score after a few matches here and there will win the wheel. There's power-ups on the board as well, so if you see the same colored gem as your color, grab it, because it makes all the gems around, all the tiles around your color. So VVox is entered. There is a coin which will increase your speed, and there's a present that will decrease your speed, so avoid the presents. They're not good presents. And yeah, we'll have a few games. I'll show you an example now. Do you want to pick up a color, guys? And then we'll start the match. You press E underneath the color to pick it up. I'll have instructions and stuff later on. So make sure you press E and pick it up. Alright, if you missed out, you just need to wait next match and see if it works. And basically, yeah, you got 1 minute and 15 seconds to turn things to your color as much as possible. I did iron out the bugs for this over the weekend as well, so hopefully it works as intended without breaking. Oh, we've got 4 players in here, but the 4th player doesn't have the red thing because it dies. Interesting, so there is a bit of a bug. There is a bug. There's always a bug to squash, so it seems. And I'll add more things to the game that kill the player. Looks like I'm losing to green, so we probably want to target some green tiles. Decrease that. Oh, there we go. Done. So the winner is green. Congrats, green. And you can see on the left my score. I have 49 as my personal best, and the highest score is 58. So that way, is someone stuck out there? No, should be all good. So you can have the highest score and personal score tracked, so that way you can see how well you've done compared to the highest score. You want to do one more game, guys? I don't think anyone else seems to be joining, So no one else wants a chance to win an NFT? I picked up a color. Go for it. And the number system here talks with the rules, and it's adding animated decoration to change the color of the tiles. It works really well. The numbers don't falter, meaning that it is exactly what it says it is. There's no disreferences about it, which is really good. So if I cover this whole grid, 12 by 12 grid on my own, it will always be 144. But I'll add more to the game, more flavor to it. I can even add an NFT sensor so players can throw things from the side, and if it hits a player, then your tiles will turn back to black and kind of lose everything that you have in your score. So I think little things like that will make the game a bit more interesting. Yeah, so at the moment I got items randomly spawn at like 8 locations, and if there's an item already there, it will spawn on top. So that's another thing I need to spend time on with the logic to say if there's an item there already, kill it and then spawn a new one to prevent that from happening. But yeah, it's got a little thing here and there that needs adjusting. You should do it if you go to another player's color bomb, it delete it rather than drop their color. Okay, I can do that. It would be nice if it didn't drop. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Interesting. But yeah, that's a little game that I put together in like 12 hours. So pretty quick. So it's got a few more things that it needs adjusting, and I'll add NFT sensor to this where a player can interact with the game. I was hoping to do that today, but I'm definitely not feeling well at all, so I'm going to cut this one short and get some rest. Let's have one more game, guys, and then I'll hop off. So grab your color, and then we'll call it a day. All right. So yeah, grab the other person's orb. If it's their color, it will take away the color around them. Is that what you mean? Or completely get rid of all their colors. So if they have like 50 and you pick up one of their gems, it turns the 50 back to black. Is that what you mean? You can do anything really. It's just the imagination. But the rule system's pretty full after doing this, and I use most of the variables as well. So add into this is going to be a bit difficult before 0.10 because of performance issues. But I think once 0.10 comes out, it will allow a little more. Oh, that was a really close game. Look at that. 36, 37, 38, 38. So technically a draw. But the highest score is 70. My personal best is 70. So that means that I got the highest score. But I'm going to give all three of you guys a big wheel. So play game for fun, VVox, and go west, I think it was. Yep. Send me a DM with your wallet addresses, and I'll send the big wheel over after the stream. So congratulations. Thanks for checking out the game. But I'm going to leave it here for today. I'm going to go get some rest because I'm overheating, and I will talk to you guys next week. Twitter handle or Discord, it's up to you. But thanks for joining, guys. Check out the experiences page on our website and play some of these awesome games. Subvox, Energy Run, I played them recently. Trendy Factory, they're really good games. So the more time we spend developing, the better things we come up with, and it will just snowball to better and better games. Like Cuddle Citadel is great too. This is a tower defense game. Floor Droppers is quite popular as well. Rainbow Bridge, it's all interesting, so do check them out. Hello Help Us is interesting. This is like a ghost hunting game, and you use tools to find entities throughout the house. So yeah, check them all out. But thanks for joining, and hope you have a good one. Take care.